The 56 of St. Clair shows the way, and here comes Dave Raptoy looking outside. Brandon Atkins works down the inside of the racetrack as they run side by side just about through the grid.
I started racing go-karts when I was about 7 years old. We got into it because my uncle always raced, he used to race modified just after he got out of high school, out at Plattsburgh in Granby in Canada. And so my dad and my grandpa used to go up every Friday night with him. They'd go Friday and Saturday night at Granby and Drummondsville every week. And so after I got done racing go-karts, we moved up to a four-cylinder car to get to a car with a full roll cage. And then my dad started racing a Sportsman too. And one night he couldn't make it for work because he had to work, so I raced his car and we ended up with a good finish. We ended up fourth, and then we ended up with a car the next year, and so that's how it's been since. It's pretty fun because me and my dad raced in the same class, so we got a little competition. We have a check mark board up in the garage for every week who beats who, and you know, all my uncles on my mom's side help us out too, and we're in the garage all week with everyone we know, and you know, have a lot of fun, not even just at the racetrack, working on the car all week. To be a race car driver, you mostly just have to have reaction time, and you have to be able to be consistent, so you can be able to tell your crew what the car's doing. You know, you can't be doing something different every time around, so that way they have to change the car for something it's not doing. You know, whatever you do, you gotta do that every lap and keep going. For the driver, you have to be able to tell the crew what the car's doing and an idea of where it's doing it and what you think you need to change to make it better. And as a team, everyone needs to know their role and what they're doing, and you know, who's changing tires, who's putting fuel in the car. You can't have two people trying to do the same job, and because then no one does something else. So you always need to be, you know, have a list of everyone and what they're doing and when they're going to do it. Every week it's something different. You can't just, you know, win one week and show up, not do anything to the car. You always got to be working on the car, doing something different, trying to figure out what you need to do to get ahead and, you know, be faster than everyone else. Well, like in school, you know, you're gonna want to make sure you figure out what you're gonna do on an essay before you write a 2-page essay and then realize you did it wrong and have to go through. It's the same way if you're doing something on a race car. You need to make sure everything fits good before you know, put it together or weld it or whatever you're doing. You need to make sure everything's gonna work properly before you get it all together and realize it has to come right back apart. The biggest thing probably with math is the stuff that we use for, like, when we have to put lead weights on the car and density of materials and stuff like that for math and science. And we learn a lot about the inertia for the roll center of the car and how much it rolls over and stuff like that. You always find something that you think is going to make you faster, and you know, so you got to have it in your head every week that you're going to show up and you're going to be faster, and whether you're winning or not, you always got to want to show up and be faster than you were the week before.